another important concept, which is reducing to fractions to lowest form. That means reducing fractions to lowest forms. We have learnt about equivalent fractions, right? And equivalent fractions and these lowest form of fractions, they are kind of connected. So look at these examples. Let's say you have 1 by 2, 4 by 8, 20 by 40, 15 by 30, 3 by 6. Now these are all examples of equivalent fractions because each one of them represent the same number. Now for certain fractions they can be reduced to a lower form, but for certain fractions they cannot be further reduced. Now here out of these examples which I have shown, only 1 by 2 is the one which is at its lowest form. Everything else can be reduced to its lowest form. So how do we reduce a fraction to its lowest form? So let's have a look. So let's look at 4 by 8. So what we do with 4 by 8, now this is possible only when there is a common factor between these numerator and the denominator except 1. So by now you understand what is a common factor, right? For example, if you talk about 4, what are the factors of 4? 1, 2, 4. So factors are basically divisors, those number which exactly divides 4. So 1, 2 and 4 are the factors of 4. What are the factors of 8? 1, 2, 4, 8. These are the factors of 8. So you see there are common factors between 4 and 8 except 1, because 1 is a common factor between any two numbers. So between you take any two numbers, so 1 will always be a common factor. So besides 1, if it has more common factors, only then that particular fraction can be reduced to a lowest form. So in this case, we have 2 as a common factor. We also have 4 as a common factor. So we find out the HCF, that is highest common factor. Which is the highest common factor? 4. Right? So the highest common factor is 4. Now what do we do? So what we do is, we divide the numerator and the denominator by 4. So we divide the numerator by 4. We also divide the denominator by 4. So 4 divided by 4. What is 4 divided by 4? Yes, it is 1. And what is 8 divided by 4? That is 2. So 4 by 8 is reduced to 1 by 2. Now do you think that 1 by 2 can be reduced to any further lowest form? Let us try to check. So 4 by 8 is done. Let us try to check if 1 by 2 can be reduced further to a lowest form. Now what are the factors of 1? It is 1. And what are the factors of 2? 1 and 2. So basically when you look at it, they have only one common factor, and that is 1. So other than 1, they do not have any common factor. Therefore, they cannot be reduced further. So this is in its lowest form. So 1 by 2 is in its lowest form. So let us pick up some other example from here. Let's say 15 by 30. So let's write the common factors of 15. So it is 1, 3, 5 and 15. Similarly, let's write the common factors of 30. It would be 1, 2, 5, 6, 15 and 30. Now you have learned about factors, HCF, LCM, all these things in class 6. So in case you have forgotten, please refer the videos on HCF and LCM of class 6. It is the chapter on playing with numbers. So here, which is the highest common factor? So the highest common factor here is 15. So what are we going to do? We are going to divide the numerator and the denominator by 15. So 15 divided by 15 is 1 and 30 divided by 15 is 2. So again, this is also reduced to its lowest form. So this is how we reduce fractions to its lowest form. So normally what happens is, whenever you have a fraction which is an equivalent fraction of some other fraction, so it can be reduced to that lowest form of fraction. For example, here 1 by 2, 4 by 8, 15 by 30. These are all equivalent fractions because they basically mean the same thing. They all actually refer to 1 by 2. But we can reduce 4 by 8 to 1 by 2. We can reduce 15 by 30 to 1 by 2. Similarly, we can reduce 3 by 6 also to 1 by 2. Try it out yourself. You can even reduce 20 by 40 to 1 by 2. So you can try these exercises yourself so that you get a hold of it. So this is how we reduce fractions to their lowest forms. Some of the questions. Question number 1. What does this drawing represent? So here you see a lot of images. So the first image, so what is it? You have a square which is divided into 4 equal halves, out of which one half is shaded. So this represents 1 by 4. But you have 3 such squares. That means altogether what does it represent? 1 by 4 multiplied by 3. So this is what is being represented by this drawing. Similarly, let's look at this. First, let us focus on the first circle. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 equal parts, out of which one part is shaded. That is 1 by 5. But you have 2 such circles. So this multiplied by 2. So 1 by 5 into 2 is what is represented by this drawing. Let's look at the third one. So here again you have a circle where 2 parts out of 3 parts are shaded. So it is 2 by 3 and you have 3 such circles. So this is 2 by 3 multiplied by 3. Question number 2. What does this drawing represent? So here it actually is telling you something which results in something else. Okay. So let us first focus on the first triangle. What does it show? It has 4 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, out of which 1, 2 and 3 parts are shaded. So this is 3 by 4. And how many such diagrams do you have? You have 3 similar triangles. That means 3 by 4 multiplied by 3. Right? Now, what would be the result of this 3 by 4 multiplied by 3? So the result would be, the result actually should be 9 by 4. But let's try to understand it from this image. So it shows this is totally shaded. So this is completely shaded. So this is going to be 4 by 4. What about this? This is also completely shaded. So this is also 4 by 4. But here it is only one part is shaded. So this is 1 by 4. So basically this is 4 by 4 plus 4 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So that means 4 by 4 is 1. 4 by 4 again is 1. And 1 by 4. So 1 plus 1 is actually 2. So 2 plus 1 by 4. So how do we add this? So here 4. Now here you have 1. So 1 into 4 is 4. Therefore 2 into 4 plus 4 into 1 is 4. So 1 into 1. Therefore 4 2 is 8 plus 1 1 is 1 divided by 4. So this is 9 by 4. So this represents 9 by 4. So this actually tells that 3 times 3 by 4 is equal to 9 by 4. That is being represented by this drawing. And this 9 by 4, if you write it in as mixed fraction, it is 2 1 by 4. That means 2 triangles are completely shaded and the third triangle is shaded only 1/4. So we still have another image. So I'm sorry I have written over it, but still I think it is manageable. So here in the first figure you see there is one part which is shaded. One part out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. So this represents 1 by 5. Here also one part out of 5 part. Here also one part out of 5 parts. So basically 1 by 5 multiplied by 3 is equal to, in this case you see 1 part, 2 part and 3 part. So here 3 parts out of 5 parts are shaded. So this represents 3 multiplied by 1 by 5 is equal to 3 by 5. Question number 3. Multiply and reduce to lowest form. So here we will have a good practice. Let us start with the first one. It is 20 multiplied by 5 by 4. So how do we multiply this? Again, numerator with numerator. So 5 into 20 is 100 divided by denominator into denominator, which is 1 into 4, that is 4. So this would be 100 by 4. Now you can write it in terms of this way as well, 100 by 4. So you can also write it as, if you actually divide 100 by 4, what do you get? 4 2 is 8. 2, then you have 0, 5 is 20. So basically 4 into 25 is equal to 100, right? So this 100 by 4 can also be written as 100 can be written as 25 into 4 divided by 4. So 4 and 4 will cancel out. So you are left with 25. So 20 multiplied by 5 by 4 is equal to 25. Let's look at the second one, that is 2 by 3 into 4. So here again you multiply the numerators together. So this would be 8 divided by 3 into 1, which is 3. So is it in the lowest form? Yes, it is already in the lowest form, because if you compare the common factors of 8 and 3. So what are the factors of 8? 1, 2, 4, 8. And what are the factors of 3? 1 and 3. So do you have any common factor between the two except 1? No. Therefore, this is already in the lowest form. Let's look at the third one. It is 5 into 6, 3 by 4. So first of all, we will convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction. So 6 into 4, 24 plus 3. That is 25, 26, 27. So this would be 27 by 4. Now multiply the numerators. That is 5 into 27, which is 135, divided by multiply the denominators. That is 1 into 4, which is 4. So 135 by 4. So this is also in its lowest form, because they do not have any common factor other than 1. So this would be the answer. Question number 4, that is 2 by 7 into 7 by 9. So in this case we will do the same. 2 into 7 is 14 and 9 into 7 is 63. So here let us find the common factors. 14 common factor would be 1, 2, 7, 14. And what about 63? For 63, the common factors would be 1, 3, 7, 9, 21 and 63. So which is the highest common factors? The highest common factor here is 7. So therefore what we will do, we will divide both the numerator and the denominator by 7. So 14 divided by 7 is 2 and 63 divided by 7 is 9. So 2 by 9 is the lowest form. Let us now look at the fifth one. Now we do not have enough space. Let's do it here. So fifth one is 2 by 3 multiplied by 2 into 2 by 3. So first we will convert it into improper fractions. That is 3 into 2, 6 plus 2. That is 8. So 8 by 3. So now again multiplying the numerators, 16, multiplying the denominators, that is 9. Now 16 and 9. Do you think we can reduce it to lowest form? We can't, because they again do not have any common factor other than 1. So this is already in its lowest form. So the answer would be 16 by 9. Hello friends, this video on fractions and decimals part 11 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Question number 4. Which is greater, 2 by 7 of 3 by 4 or 3 by 5 of 5 by 8? Now first of all, let us understand what do we mean by 2 by 7 of 3 by 4. This basically means 2 by 7 multiplied by 3 by 4. So let's multiply the numerators. It is 3 2s is 6. Let's multiply the denominators. It is 7 4s are 28. So this is 6 by 28. So we can reduce it to its lowest form. So how can we reduce it? So let's write the factors of 6. 1, 2, 3 and 6. Let's write the factors of 28. That is 1, 2, 7, 14, 4 and 28. So these are the factors. So which is the highest common factor? So the highest common factor here is 2. So therefore we divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. So 6 divided by 2 would be 3 and 28 divided by 2 would be 14. So 2 by 7 of 3 by 4 is going to be 3 by 14. So this is one fraction which needs to be compared. The other fraction that needs to be compared is 3 by 5 of 5 by 8, which is equal to 3 by 5 into 5 by 8. So this is equal to 15 by 40. So again, if you look at their factors, 15 is 1, 3, 5 and 15, and 40 is 1, 2, 5, 4, 10, 8, 20 and 40. So which is the highest common factor? It is 5. So therefore we will divide the numerator and the denominator by 5. So this would be 3, and 40 divided by 5 would be 8. So this value would be 3 by 8. So now basically we have to determine whether 3 by 14 is greater or 3 by 8 is greater. Now when you compare these two, you see that these are unlike fractions. That is, they have different denominators. So what we need to do? We need to ensure that we convert them into such fractions such that they both have same denominators. So in order to do that, we will take the LCM of both the denominators, right? So we take LCM of 8 and 14. And what is the LCM of 8 and 14? Let's find out. So let's say 8 and 14, 2 4s are 8, 2 7s are 14, 2 2s are 4, this is 7, 2 1s are 2, this is 7, and then 7 1 1. So basically the LCM would be 7 into 2 into 2 into 2, which is equal to 56. 7 2s are 14, 14 2s are 28, 28 2s are 56. So LCM of 8 and 14 is 56. So now let us try to convert these two fractions into fractions which have same denominator. One is 3 by 14, the other is 3 by 8. So this 3 by 14, we multiply the numerator and denominator with a same whole number such that the result has a denominator 56. And the same thing we do it for 3 by 8 as well. So 14 into 4 is 56. Therefore, we multiply the numerator also by 4. So we get 12 by 56. 8 into 7 is 56. So we multiply the numerator also with 7. So we get 21 by 56. Now it is very easy to compare these two. One value is 12 by 56 and the other one is 21 by 56. Now we know that 21 is greater than 12, therefore 21 by 56 is greater than 12 by 56. So 21 by 56 is nothing but 3 by 8. So 3 by 8 is greater than 3 by 14. Question number 5. Sally plants 4 saplings in a row in her garden. The distance between two adjacent saplings is 3 by 4 meters. Find the distance between the first and the last sapling. So the question tries to say something like this. Let's say this is one sapling, this is another sapling, this is yet another sapling, and this is the 4th sapling. So Sally has planted these 4 saplings in one row, one after another, such that the distance between two adjacent saplings, let's say the first sapling and the second sapling, distance is 3 by 4. Again, second and third sapling, distance is 3 by 4. Third and fourth, again the distance is 3 by 4. Now the question is, find the distance between the first and the last sapling. So this is the first sapling, this is where the last sapling is. So we have to find out this entire distance. So how would you find out this entire distance? This entire distance is nothing but 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4, which actually means that 3 by 4 is added 3 times, which can be written as 3 by 4 into 3. So we multiply the numerators, which is 9, we multiply the denominators, which is 4. So the distance between the first and the last sapling is 9 by 4 meters. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. A car runs 16 kilometers using 1 liter of petrol. How much distance will it cover using 2 3 by 4 liters of petrol? Now first of all, 1 liter of petrol covers 16 kilometers. So 2 3 by 4 liters of petrol will cover 2 3 by 4 into 16 kilometers. Right? It is something like this, that the cost of 1 toffee is 5 rupees. Then what would be the cost of 6 toffees? The cost would be 6 multiplied by 5. Right? So this would be the distance travelled. Now here let's convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. 4 into 2 plus 3, that is 4 to the 8 plus 3, that is 11 by 4 into 16. Now let's multiply the numerators, which would be 176 divided by denominator, that is 4. So it is 176 by 4. Now can we reduce it to more simpler form? Let us look at the factors of 176 and let us also look at the factors of 4. So 176, we would see that it has 1, 2, 4 and so on as factors, and when you look at 4, it has 1, 2, 4. Now 4 doesn't have any further factor, so the highest common factor would be 4. So 176 has yet many more factors, but since 4 has only 3 factors, so the highest common factor could be 4. So we can divide the numerator and denominator by 4. So 176 by 4 is what? In fact, basically that is what we could have done here also. So this would be 44. So 44 into 4 is 176. So 44 kilometer is the distance that would be travelled using 2 3/4 liters of petrol. Question number 7. Shade 2/3 of the triangles in a box. Now inside this box, how many total triangles do you have? So total triangles that we see inside this box is equal to 9. Now we have to shade 2/3 of total triangles, that is 2/3 of 9, which is equal to 2/3 into 9. So this would be 18 divided by 3. So again, if you divide it, you see 3 into 6 is 18. So this is 6. So therefore, we can shade 6 triangles in the box. Question number 8. Vidya and Pratap went for a picnic. Their mother gave them a water bag that contained 5 liters of water. Okay. Vidya consumed 2/5 of the water. Pratap consumed the remaining water. How much water did Vidya drink? So Vidya drank 2/5 of the water. That means 2/5 of how much water? 2/5 of 5 liters. So this means 2 by 5 into 5. So this is equal to 10 by 5, and again if you actually divide it, you get it as 2. So therefore Vidya drank 2 liters of water. What fraction of the total quantity of water did Pratap drink? Okay, now Vidya had consumed 2/5 of the water and the remaining part was consumed by Pratap. Now one simple way to do this is the amount of water that is drank by Pratap will be equal to the total amount of water, that is 5 liters, minus the amount of water which is drunk by Vidya, which is equal to 3 liters. So we can say that 3 liters of water is being consumed by Pratap. So that is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is, if Vidya consumed 2/5 of water, that means Pratap consumed how much water? So Pratap consumed 1 minus 2 by 5. So 1 is the complete water, because now we are talking in terms of fraction. So 1 is the total water minus 2/5, which is drunk by Vidya. So in this case, this would be 5. So 1 into 5 is 5. So this is 1 into 5 minus 2 into 1. So this is equal to 3 by 5. So Pratap consumed 3/5 of the total water. And if you follow by this procedure, in that case you get that Pratap drank 3 liters of water. So when you want to find out the fraction, you would say that Pratap drank 3 liters out of 5 liters of water. So in this case also you get the same result, that Pratap drank 3/5 of the remaining water. Question number 9. Provide the number in the box such that 3 by 5 multiplied by dash is equal to 24 by 75. Now what have we learned? We learned that whenever we multiply two fractions, we multiply the numerators and we multiply the denominator. So basically what happens is numerator multiplied by numerator gives the numerator of the product. Similarly, denominator multiplied by denominator gives the denominator of the product. So that is the simple rule that we follow. So in this case, we have 3 by 5 multiplied by something which we don't know. So let us assume that the something is, say, x by y, which is equal to 24 by 75. So this actually means that 3 into x is equal to 24. So how will you find x? So that means 3 multiplied by something gives 4. That means that something is equal to 24 divided by 3, which is equal to 8. So x is 8. What about y? 5 multiplied by y gives 75. So y is equal to 75 by 5. And this is equal to 15. Therefore, the number in the box would be 8 by 15. So this would be the number in the box.